All right, we on. Yeah.
We in here, man.
All right.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
What's up, man? What's up, new legal man? Coming in here, man. Enjoying you today. Being here live from the streets, bro. That's want to talk to you a little bit about some things going on, man.
You sounding good, bro.
Sound like an
I
echo
got
though.
my. I was just checking out the sound test. Sound test. Hey,
Oh,
everybody,
okay,
welcome.
okay.
Welcome, man. I got my
Yeah,
man
man.
United Cast in the building. Wants to talk some Xbox talk. So we going live from the streets. Another session of live from the streets, man. These sessions right here mean a lot to me, man, because you pull from the people from the streets of Xbox, and by doing that, it just reveals my humbling beginnings. And yo, man, I'm giving you the mic tonight. Let you vent out, man. We're going hard on Di-RREC Gaming. United Cast, salute to you, brother. Here's the microphone.
All right, man.
Do your thing, man. Do your
Yeah,
thing.
man. So how you been, man? You been good?
Man, I've been pretty good, man. I've been pretty good, man. It's
That's
been a
good,
busy
man.
week.
That's good.
Been getting a lot of gaming in, man.
Yeah, this is
Chilling.
I think this is gonna be, from the start of a big year, for Microsoft, specifically for Xbox. I mean, they're gonna start 2019, leading right into next year, man. There's gonna be a lot going on. I mean, you got you got some pretty good stuff coming out this month. We talked about it. Crackdown, Metro, Anthem. Uh, that's this month, and then you got
Yeah.
what you got next month? You got um, Division 2. You got what's the Devil May Cry? You got Shadows Die
It's a lot of
Twice.
them, ain't
It's
it?
just
It's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of them,
stuff, man.
man.
I mean, you don't even know where to put your money at sometimes, man. It's just
Right. It's
it's just
just good.
crazy.
It's just a good year for gaming, man. A good year for
Yeah.
Xbox One X, man, to flex itself. Because the only sad thing about the One X, man, the only sad thing about it is it won't be the next powerful console in the world, man, once the next Xbox come out.
I mean, hey, that's
That's
that. I mean, that's
that's the
that's
only
not that
thing
bad
sad
a thing.
about it. uh,
But it's shoot, man. It's come a long way. You figure this is what is this, the third year for the X or the second?
no, no, it's going into the second strong. It's by
Sec,
next
sec,
next
second year.
second, yeah, by next November. That's when it actually hits its official second year, man, and then beyond. So by
November of
the
this year, right?
time,
Yeah.
right, so at least by the time the next Xbox come out, the X would have been out for at least a good 3 years, which ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? For a
Yeah, that's cool.
mid-cycle console, that's right on
I
time.
mean,
Then.
and what's surprising is that it is already outselling the Pro, which was pretty amazing. Because they talked about how the S was gonna be the casual console and all this stuff. The X was gonna be for
Right,
the hardcore. Then here come the
right.
X, outsell the S. So I think it can work
Yeah,
similar
the
next
X.
next gen too.
Yeah, the X has done some remarkable things in the United States, man. It really
Yeah,
has, and
yeah. They made a complete turnaround from the debacle of 213. You know what I'm saying? 2013 coming out
so
and the way but they definitely turned this ship around. I mean, because it all belong to
definitely,
Phil now. It's all Phil. It ain't nobody
definitely,
else in there. For him to have to go around or anything like that.
yeah,
So now he'll come into a new generation where it's just all him. And
right, right,
Of course Satya. But
right.
shoot, man, he came a long way. I mean, when things go bad, I mean, sometimes people blame Phil and stuff. When things, you take the bitter with the sweet, but hey, I mean, some things got to be done, you know.
Right,
And it's
right,
just gonna
man.
be good to see how things turn out this year, man. I mean, you got these games like I mentioned, and then I think between I want to say the beginning of March, you got GDC, you know,
Right, right.
uh,
Well,
that's gonna
where
be
we can
right in the
start
beginning.
seeing their vision. Right,
Yep,
and
yep.
that's
So
in
I seen
March.
it,
That's
and
one more
then
month, right? That's usually in
yeah,
March. Yeah.
that's the beginning of March. I think that's actually we're saying now. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Is when they're saying dev kits is gonna start to come out for the next Xbox. That's what they say.
Right.
But we'll see how that's gonna work. Cause between now and whenever stuff can change. Stuff can
That's right.
change. But That's why you just gotta take like some of these leaks and stuff with a grain of salt. But um, yeah, it's good to hear that they're going in the direction that they want to go, man. Um, but I think also too, you know, the studios that they got, man, is I mean, it was seven of them, right? I think it was
Yeah, that's
seven
right.
when we counted.
Total 13.
A
Total of
total.
13. Right.
Okay, well, that's seven new additional ones then, right?
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, seven new additional ones, and I know we
And
talked
they're
about
not
some of the
done yet.
ones that
And they're not done yet. They're not done yet.
no,
That's
they're
the
still
most
hiring, and
fascinating
that's
thing.
the right. They're
Well, they're
still
gonna be
hiring,
they're
so
gonna
that's
they're about to start buying some more studios. It's not over yet. So
oh no no no, the studio
I'm
acquisition is
curious on
definitely not over.
right. I'm curious to see who they get. You know.
Well, there has been some things come out saying they may do this, they may do that. Some names that have been coming out was they talked about Turtle Rock. If you know the ones make Left for Dead makers. They talked
Oh
about
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, Platinum Games was thrown out there, but I can't see them doing that just because the relationship they had with the whole Scalebound situation. I just don't know that they, saying that's gonna work out too well. Somebody else was out there too. There's a couple others that they was talking about. But we'll just have to see, man. Oh, the makers of Hitman, IO
Yeah.
Entertainment, isn't that?
Yeah,
They was talking
that they
about
up for
them.
grabs, man. Yeah, they're up for
So
grabs, man.
we'll
They've
have
been
to
doing
see.
shout outs to them, man, and shout outs to the Hitman, the whole series on
Yeah, I know you
Xbox
like
right
the
now. Like,
Hitman
man,
series. Yeah.
you know it, man. So shout outs to that, man. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because them dudes right there, they be putting in that work, man. They really do,
It's
man.
underrated though. It don't get like the credit. You know what I mean? Like
Hey,
it
man,
really doesn't.
it's got a Gotti edition, man. So it got the credit, man. They actually got a Gotti edition, so it's official,
Okay.
man. Straight up. Yeah, straight up.
All right.
And you incorporate the Gotti edition into the Hitman 2 series. So you'll get every
Gotcha.
single one of them enhanced, upgraded, installed and ready to play, man, for anybody who's a Hitman fan. So
You played the
definitely, man.
latest one, right?
Yeah, I play the latest one. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
soon I'll be running that with Ziggy. Ziggy be doing the
Okay.
commentary as we run through them bad boys.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ziggy's doing big things, man. Want to do another shout out to him, man. Ziggy's doing big things for
Okay.
Di-RREC Gaming. He's becoming a strong commentary, man. So we just decided he just want to decide that, hey, man, I help you out on some of these games. I know I enjoy too watching. So we just figure, hey, man, I'll play, he commentate, and it's kind of fun that way. It's getting more people involved, man. Gauge more people, represent the
That's what's up.
community. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know you're not too big of a division fan, but I'm gonna be on that. When that comes out. I figure between that and Anthem, that's gonna take up all my time. Those two
Right.
is like, I think. I mean, I don't know too much about it. You play that Anthem demo yet, man?
Definitely, man. I did a segment today, about
Okay.
27 to 30 minute segment on that today, and I'm pretty impressed, man. I can't wait for the
It's
game to
pretty
come
good.
out. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
from
I
what I've
can't wait for the
seen,
game to come out.
it looks pretty explosive. I mean, I
It's
don't
just
know.
fun, man. It's
Hmm.
just fun. I just like playing it, and I whatever kinks and situations they have with that game, man, they're doing a good job by pushing it out, getting everybody to play it, getting that feedback, whether it's negative and positive. So when this game comes out, man, this game is gonna be well polished. I have a feeling, man, this is the game that's gonna help EA get strong, man.
Well, hopefully it does, 'cause they they wasn't too good a shape. We'll see if this one
Right.
this can definitely be big for them. It
Well,
definitely
they
be
did
big.
good with Battlefront 2, man. They did good with that. They good about sticking.
Okay.
They listened to the fans. They made adjustments, and they was like, "Look, we're going with the fans, man. We're going with
Yeah.
what the fans say." And that was the start of something good, man. Because EA's been struggling on that report card on you know
Yeah. I know they had a situation with
being
that
a
Star
customer.
Wars.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
a customer fan favorite, man. EA's been struggling with that for many years. So man, like I said, anytime you get a company to change its ways, especially and decides to go the way of the consumer, man, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was some people was thinking about. They were saying, well, out of all the companies, which company would you like to see
That's
just
right,
just get
man.
out the business. And some
And it
people
was
say
EA,
EA or
man.
Activision.
Yeah, that
And
was
I said,
crazy.
well,
Remember
EA,
that?
I mean, if EA did get out the business, I mean, you figure all them sports games, like, they make millions every year. I mean, you wouldn't get those.
Right, right.
I
EA
was thinking
EA
about that.
makes a
That's why I
killing
said
on the sports games.
they do. I mean, you got all that stuff. FIFA, Madden, the live games, the UFC. You got a lot of different ones. I just can't see that just disappearing. I mean, I don't know. But and then hope they'll see what happens with Anthem. But that's a lot. I mean, Activision. Uh, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I know they hadn't had that many games that they was what was they working on?
What are you talking
I
about?
think it was for Activision. I know they had was they the ones that was involved with Destiny? Oh no.
Yeah, Activision was doing Destiny, but they broke
Oh,
up. So Bungie's
right,
back in
right.
in the independent scene,
Yeah,
which is not bad, which is good for them. Which
yeah.
is
We'll
very
see.
good for them.
Yeah, but yeah, get back to those studios I was saying about. I know we talked about we know Microsoft. They have the playground games, Compulsion and Ninja Theory and all that. And some of those studios, we'll probably hear from either this E3 or next E3. Within the next 10 months or so, we'll hear and see maybe some trailers or some things that maybe they've been working on. It's about that time.
That would
But
be a good thing.
yeah,
I don't see
you
anything
know.
wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely gonna be showing something, man. I mean, that's gonna be coming up.
That's what Microsoft needs to do, man. Microsoft needs to just keep pushing that Xbox, man. Make people see it, make people understand, and that's what I'm liking, man. I'm liking the fact that they're putting themselves out there now again. We haven't
Mhm.
seen that since the 360 days, man.
Yeah, and somebody had said something. It was like, "Look, you know what? It said, well, the last big time, like you were saying, that when Microsoft really clicking on a cylinder was 360, and some people believe that Microsoft, this whole gen here, has been gearing up for this next one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if that happens, I mean, you could see another 360 situation. I mean, because
It's
I just can't see we having a generation like this again. Not saying it was bad, but it just how it started out, but then you also know how it ended, which is better than it started out. You know,
you know, I think
but
I think it's gonna lean towards more if Xbox. Here's the thing. It's not about if the PlayStation or the Nintendo community, right, um, picks up numbers for themselves. It's more
mm,
of Microsoft with Xbox exceeding their expectations. And as
and
long
they
as
are.
Microsoft, right, as long as Microsoft is exceeding their expectations, man, everything else is
Hmm.
just uncivilized, so to speak, because they're not worrying about the success from what other companies doing with their brand because it doesn't do anything for Microsoft unless it's something where Microsoft has a name in it. Like if a game is developed with
Hmm.
Supergun or Havoc and things like that, of course Microsoft is right there. They're gonna make that money off of that. So it's a good thing that Microsoft don't have to. Right now they're doing a good thing, being quiet, being stealthy,
Mm.
making great connections and deals and partnerships with developers and people within the gaming business. They're
Mm.
good with innovating patents for controllers for special devices and then that special controller for the special needed kids and
Yeah, that
adults.
was actually pretty
And
good.
that's
Yeah.
very groundbreaking, man. They redid the avatar system. They're pretty much, man, making sure that everybody gets a sense of one within the Xbox community. And you know what? That could be another mystery code name for the Xbox One. The one could stand not only just stand for all in one, as far as devices and stuff, but also the Xbox One. One as in meaning that one in the community, man, of Xbox.
Okay.
So they're
Yeah.
hitting a lot of ways to where they're defining themselves and making themselves look real good for 2019, man.
Yeah. 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 That was that's definitely true. Um, but the one studio, man, that I want to talk a little bit about, I mean, that people, I mean, they may fall asleep on it or whatever they want to do, but I'm gonna tell you, when this studio, the initiative gets done, we ain't gonna understand what's going on because they doing something real crazy over there. Nobody
Yeah,
don't know
they
what it
are, man.
is, but
Right.
listen, bro, like the stuff. Let me just talk a little bit about it. Um, recently they acquired some industry veterans, right? Some industry
Hmm.
veterans. We already know the Gallagher's heading up the whole thing. He worked on
Right.
stuff like you talked about, your man Hitman, Tomb Raider. He worked on stuff like that. So you got him leading the
That's right.
charge. You
That's
know, you
right.
just got Chris O'Neill that came in, all right, and he worked on games like Metal Gear Solid. He's an open world designer, all right, and he does top notch things in that type of realm. You know, you already had Brian Westergaard that was there, producer of Sony Entertainment, former producer. I mean, you just that's pretty powerful right there. He worked with Crystal Dynamics,
That's right.
and with EA, Rise of the Tomb Raider, he's got a pretty good pedigree himself. I
Right.
mean, these
It's a good
folks
resume.
that they just went through, I mean, it's just nuts. You got man, what's the guy from Insomniac? Drew Murray. I mean, he's on there. Sunset Overdrive. They say he's the type of developer that likes to build himself up and work just from uh, a standpoint of a designer. Just travel Microsoft is but whatever the budget is, this guy just comes up to par, man. I mean,
You're right.
it's just ridiculous the people that they got. You got Tom Shepard worked on Grand Theft Auto. I mean, San Andreas, this Joker worked on. I mean, this
Right.
Max Payne.
Cult
I
classics.
mean,
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. These people, um, particularly this guy, they say he's gonna bring a gritty overtone, a mature overtone to some of the games, um, and that'll be good too. Then they have a engineer, a software engineer, man, that they got. This guy Ben Diamond. They said he's pretty good at it. You know the way that they want to go with this whole streaming thing, the X Cloud and stuff like that. He's gonna come in
Right.
and make things run seamlessly. Um, Across all the devices that they want to run, and you need somebody in there that's going to cover that as well. So I mean, these some pretty powerful people that they got in this here studio, man, and they still looking and hiring. I mean, people would work with
Right.
Respawn. I mean, this is
Right.
crazy.
Yo, yo, now that you said respawn, man, I'm liking the fact that Timefall is making a comeback, man. And look at it. I hope it's just an all-out online game, man. And the
Well, that's
Xbox
what
will
the
be the
first one
premier.
was, right?
Right. I hope the Xbox be the premier footage player for that game, man, because it's good to see that, man. I was excited to see that thing is gonna go out to everybody. And like I said, if it wasn't gonna be an exclusive, I'm not mad at it. I've always said this, that Microsoft has the best version of Timefall, man, and that was Timefall One. So
Mm.
the dream is here. You notice that, look at it, man. It's going back to its roots. It's going back to its online play. And hey, man, it's gonna thrive good on Xbox. It's gonna thrive real good on Xbox for that.
But did you like the fact the first one didn't have a campaign on it? It was just all multiplayer.
Yeah, yeah, because that's what it was all about anyway. It was all about just
Okay.
battling, man. It wasn't about no story and stuff like that. I mean, people get too caught up in these stories, man. It's like
I
every
mean, it
game
depends
don't
on who you
have to be
talk to.
like that.
Some people like the fact that the second one had a story, which they felt was good. I mean, it just all depends. I just think Microsoft, out of all the companies, does the better job at putting single player, co-op, multiplayer,
And
DLC
one,
all in one game. They
right?
don't nobody do that better than them. Okay,
No,
Sony does single players really good, fine. You
right,
got Nintendo that does mobile games really good, well, that's fine. But
right.
Microsoft puts it all
The
together,
package,
and that's
yeah,
the
the
thing.
package.
Yes, yeah, that's
I will
that's
agree with that.
very important. And
Right,
now they're gonna come with this X Cloud stuff. Listen, man, they're gonna give some
right,
people so many options that there's not gonna be any stone unturned. You see what I'm saying?
right,
So when you got somebody say, listen, just I just want to get in, just to get my feet wet. Okay, you can go with the Lockhart. It may not be 4K
right,
right now, but you know what? You're gonna get in. You're gonna have a better CPU. it's gonna the frames is gonna be really good, and it's gonna
Right.
run seamlessly. You're gonna be able to play it wherever you want. If you go
Right.
to the cloud, the X cloud and stuff like that. Somebody said, I want the best of the best. Then you're gonna come with whatever that other high end, whatever that's gonna be
Right.
called.
Them
You see what I'm
options are gonna be
saying?
great, huh?
It's yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be a lot. That's you, they're gonna have whatever the audience wants, man, and that's kind of important.
Right.
Um, of course, they're gonna probably have back compat. Whether they're gonna have forward compatibility, I don't know yet. But that's gonna be pretty good. And now you got Sony is looking at the situation and saying, look, they got the PS5, but I mean, they're gonna have to fall in line with some of this technology because I'm gonna tell you, as we know, Microsoft doesn't consider Sony their competitor. But when they see
Right.
Amazon say, look, we get into this possibly, and they say Google, like this, they looked at that and said, shoot, we got to get our stuff together. And they
Right.
already have a lot of Azure cloud centers around the world, Microsoft. So they run that.
Right. That what is it?
You see what I'm
120
saying?
countries, man. 20,
Something like that.
120,
And
120 country locations. So that's
yeah,
it, man.
so that's why they're the number one now. You know.
They can use that
So
for marketing. They can use that for
yes, they
data. They
can.
can use that for bases. They can use that for stores.
Yes,
Whatever they
sir.
want to use that for advertisement, whatever they want to use those locations for. Now they don't have to it's not like they have to put something there. They already have something there.
Right. Right. Yeah, they have more clouds servers than pretty much anybody out there. I mean, Amazon's there too, but they if they thinking about getting into the game market, they got a little ways to go, just because they don't have no they don't have no IPs. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's going to be pretty interesting to see how some of the competition to see how they react and how it should be good. It should be good. Um, just taking a look at that whole next gen thing, man. I guess we talked about that before, but I thought it was some of these leaks and stuff that come out. You look at them, you say, it's kind of crazy, but then some of the stuff you're saying, well, you know what? Some could be, some couldn't be, but just particularly looking at some of the CPUs and stuff they're going to be using. We're looking at maybe first, second gen Ryzen core.
Right.
8 core, 16 thread. I can't see it being no more than that. Um, if they're gonna go, they're saying it's only gonna go with the Navi, obviously. But this latest one we talking about when they talking about this Arc 12, man, that sounds
Right.
serious. I mean, waiting. I mean, it's supposed to hit in 2020. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think Navi actually hits this year. Myself, I
Right.
never even knew that there was a successor to Navi. I didn't realize that because I'm not in the PC world. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't really follow that. But when it came out to that may be a trump card for Microsoft, when Phil when he got up there when they in the conference when he was talking to the woman I can't think of her name, right there at the head of AMD, and they were talking
Oh yeah,
about
Miss Sue. Miss Sue. Miss Sue.
right, and they was talking about Microsoft gonna be the benchmark of this. He sounded confident as hell. He sounded confident when he was talking to
Right.
Larry Nelson. Um, Major Nelson, I'm sorry, on the interview that he was on. And I tell you, man, if they do that, man, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be really something very interesting
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
to see where that goes, man. But yeah, there's I think they got a real good opportunity to see three as well to
Yeah, I'm excited for them, man. It seemed like they for it's like this, man. The build up that they've been doing, it's getting to that point where you feel it like you're like where they're like, you know what? We're about to show y'all something great. We can't wait to show y'all what we've been
yeah
putting together. That's what this E3 feels like, man. The last E3 was like, okay, show us what you're capable of doing. So they threw out the X. See, it just reassured us that yeah, y'all got it. That's what 2018 was. It was like, yeah, y'all got it. 2019 is like, hey, just wait till we show y'all what we're about. Just wait till we
yeah
show y'all what
yeah
we're about. And it's over, man. It's like it's just funny. So I'm looking for a
yeah I
good
think
performance.
And then, I think not only they'll come with, a few first party things of obviously, without Sony being there, you're going to have a lot of the third party companies, flocking to the X, which is the best place to play because they want to, show their stuff on the best place to play. So that's what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to have all their third party stuff running through them. Um, since
Right.
Sony's a pretty much a no show there this year. Um, but sometime this year, probably I would just say maybe PSX. Sony's gonna come out. They're gonna show. They're gonna probably show the PS5. All right, because if they're gonna launch this thing, in 2020, just like Microsoft is, gonna launch theirs, they're gonna have a either at that time or at some other point this year, they're gonna show it. They're gonna talk about it, and you know, just let us know, how which way they're going to be going because I'm sure
Right.
they're going to have, some they're looking just like Microsoft, they're going to probably have backwards compat, But one thing that they're going to have probably backwards compatibility,
It's
but
gonna be limited.
it's only going to be with the PS4 games.
Right.
Microsoft is going to
I
go
don't think it.
all the way back to the original Xbox. So that
Right.
means any Xbox game that you ever had, you can put it in the system and it's going to work.
I
That's
think
phenomenal.
that's
That is
that
unbelievable.
right there will be the game changer. So as
Oh,
long as you
yo,
have
that's
hard disk,
unbelievable.
right? As long as you got hard disk, you'll be able to do any game. But as long if you got digital, you it's like this. Digital
Well, what they're
games
gonna
can
do,
work
they're
for
gonna
the
have a code.
360, right?
They're gonna have a
360
code, man.
games as they
So,
keep pushing it out like they do, as they keep pushing it out
hmm
because due to licenses. But if you have
right.
the hard copy, it doesn't matter
hmm
what game you have. Is if it's Xbox, you got the hard copy, you should be able to
hmm
play it. That's the
Yeah,
way I think,
right.
and that will be a
Well, from
game
what I
changer.
understand too, I think you'll be able to, if you have a hard copy, you'll be able to stick it in, switch it over to digital, and then
Oh, you know
it'll
what?
be on your
That
Xbox.
I
That's
forgot
what I heard.
about that. That's exactly
Yeah,
right, man.
that's what they're
That's
gonna do
exactly
for people
right.
who just want, the digital. But I mean, I
Yeah,
got a
well,
few
well,
games here,
it's a
a
protector.
few
It's a
disc
protector.
games.
Right. It's a protector. Situation too. Because think about it, man. You got this old Xbox game, right? It can get scratched. It can get torn up. So once you
Right.
put it in there and you download it, and it's in there, it's you can't scratch it. You can't, and it becomes yo. That's a great feature, man. I forgot
Mm,
about that.
yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
bringing that up, man.
Yeah, yeah. And they're actually too, so since they're gonna be doing all of this, you got those games from the past, and then you're gonna have these huge storage. There's gonna need a lot of storage for these big games coming up. So they're either gonna go traditional, which is like, 1 or 2 terabytes, or they're either gonna go what's called the SSD drive, which
Right.
could get a little expensive. From what I understand, SSDs, they they take up you can use it for storage, but I'm not quite sure that it's actually that productive and would
Right.
hold as much as a regular hard drive. I'm not too sure about those, but um so I don't know if they're actually gonna come in with that on their system or not. We'll have to take a look at that. But whatever the case is, they're gonna need to start off. To me, I think 2 terabytes is at
That's
minimum.
enough for startup. Yeah.
Yeah, at minimum, just because these games are going to be huge. They're going to be 4K games. You're going to have, you figure, I think four's like 100 gig or something crap like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so. These games kind of going to be huge. Yeah, man. They they definitely need to strut their stuff this E3. Ain't no, it can't be no holding back no more. That's it.
Right, right.
Bam.
I'm with you
So you
with that.
figure you got E3. You got Gamescom, which they really don't do too much. Sometimes they make an announcement or two. That's about it. And then you got, XO19, which will be this year. So that's going to be very interesting to see how they play that, between E3 and that. So, but 2020, that's going to be the year where all hell
That's gonna
breaks
be
loose,
it.
and you know that. So, and then I don't know. I heard Nintendo's doing another Switch or some shit like that. I'm not even sure, but yeah, And Nintendo gonna do their thing, whatever they doing. But yeah, that's we gonna see, man. We gonna see. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, because we
Yeah,
got a
that's
lot to be excited about, man. We just do. It's just it's we done went through the storm, man. Watching our preferred console, man, go through it, and that's what makes it better, man. Going through the
yeah. I mean,
storm,
you gotta go through some
being
things.
able
Yeah,
to
you gotta go
ride
through
through
some
it,
things.
man.
Yeah, I mean, they went through some things. You know, in 360 days. I mean, if you think about that, Red Rings of Death could actually kill the Xbox brand off, but they were able to
Yep,
get through that. And
they know how to
I
survive,
think if they
man. You're
got
right
through
about
that, they
that.
can get through this. You know,
Yeah, they know how
that's
to
what's
survive, man.
yeah, yeah. It's just definitely so. But yeah,
And Microsoft ain't relying on Xbox to make money for them. They're not relying on Xbox and hanging on to them like a needle and thread, man. They're not. It's not like that. Xbox is their entertainment. You know, that's their
yeah. They
gaming
don't have
brand.
to. They
That's their
got
entertainment.
yeah. They don't have to. Yeah, it's so many other divisions.
Exactly.
So, but one thing they made a commitment to is to put more towards the gaming division,
That's right.
which is which we about to find out. Which we about to see. So I mean, like I said, I'm not a big supporter of the X Cloud, but I mean, but I would be interested to see how that works out, and I could see myself, like I was telling you before, hooking my phone up to the controller and playing it. That sounds pretty cool.
That's right, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it's that could be a pretty interesting little feature there. I mean, you just load up, like you said, through the Xbox app, boom, and you're in, and you
I
could
like the
go
fact.
from where you left off.
I like the fact that. Now I ain't gonna lie. That I forgot about that backwards capability situation, man. So about the disc, man. That's really got me bugging right now. I
Yeah,
forgot all
because I
about
said to
that. If
myself,
we can do the disc, that'll
I
be
said, there's
big. Now that
games
right there be big.
here that I have that I couldn't even like use now, like.
Yeah,
But the other Xbox, if you could just throw any of them games in and they work, you know how powerful that is?
that's
That's
true.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, imagine if you had, I can't even think. The first Dead or Alive game, the third one, that was the first one to come out for the original Xbox. Boom, and you throw it in and it just works. That's nuts. That's
Yeah, that
that's
is,
that's
man.
a that's a credit to their engineers, man. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
That's
man.
just yeah, that's just
It's
nuts.
bonkers when you think about it. It's just
But then
bonkers,
you got
man.
the competition that want to downplay it, but what they doing? They're gonna do the same thing. So it's
Right.
like, listen, you know, they just, oh, I don't buy these systems to play old games, but yet, they they supporting games like Shadow of Colossus. I mean, you doing the same thing. So, cause you know that
Right.
players say what they don't want, but they know what they want, and
Right.
Microsoft know what they want. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna come out with it. They're gonna make it happen, and it's gonna be there if you want it. It's an option, and that's the main thing.
Right.
You ain't forced to do shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can make it your world. That's the thing, man. So yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing, man.
yeah. So what games you got coming through the pipeline, man?
Man, I
That
got
you
the
that you gonna
Exodus.
be?
I got the Crackdown. I got the Exodus. I got the Anthem. I got Jump Force. Pretty much all of them,
Uh,
man. I'm pretty
yeah.
stocked up right now. Coming into 2019 with my hands folded, man. I'm good, bro. You know,
Yeah.
my hands are wrapped underneath my arms folded. So it's just I'm chilling, man. I'm just ready to play these games and have some fun on Xbox, man. You know?
Cause we got what else I got? Oh yeah, Ori. That's supposed to drop sometime this year too,
Yup,
right?
that's right. Yup.
I don't know if that's gonna be spring or summer or when that's gonna be. It's really and
Come
I
on, man.
think I wanna say Battletoads. I'm not sure if that's this year or not. I think that's gonna be more like a cartoon type of one of those like Cuphead type of situations,
Right.
like like artsy type, you know. I think it's gonna be one of. I mean, I would like it to be like like they showed what's his name the dude on Killer Instinct. I would like it to look like that, but I don't think that's gonna be like that.
What you talking about?
You
Like,
got like as far as
what?
visually, you know, what's
Oh
the
yeah.
guy on Killer Instinct? Raz or Rash, whatever his name is. He's on there.
Right, right.
Um,
The you talking about the
yeah,
you're talking about the battle
Battletoads.
toad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking they may go more towards like an artsy type of look.
They might. Yeah, they might. I
Yeah,
would like for them to
because
do
we
a
haven't seen
complete
anything on it.
combat system, man. A more
Mm.
modern day combat system would be real nice. That's what I would
I
think.
mean, because you remember how the Battletoads used to be back. I think that was Super Nintendo.
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd
Yeah,
you say?
I think
What'd you say now?
I think I think that was back when it was on Super Nintendo. Those that Battletoads game. Yeah, but yeah, that was actually pretty hard. That game was the level of difficulty was actually pretty tough. But then you got the Gears 5 like at the end of the year, and that's really gonna be a monster. So uh,
So like I said, man, I'm upbeat about all the situations. It's just right now where I'm at. It's just game time, man. I'm game time. I don't really care about people's opinions and stuff, man. To be honest with you, cause I'm doing what I'm
God,
doing, man. It's game time.
I mean,
It's game time for me.
yeah, I mean, the only opinion that matters is your own, man. Cause, and see, that's the thing. People get too caught up in making this just like it's whatever happened to the game just being fun, you know.
Yeah, right. Just go
So, you know,
enjoy it.
if you want a competition, that's why they got the tournaments. That's why they got the clans. That's why they got different things, you know. But you got other people that want to go out there and just want to have fun, you know. So,
Right.
you know, shoot, back in
That's true.
shoot, I come from it was Coleco and Atari. So that was fun for me, you know, back then
Right,
them days,
right,
man.
right. I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying, man.
So yeah, man, that's
Know exactly
looking
what you mean.
pretty promising for this year. Mm.
Yeah, it is, man. It's looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, you spoke to anybody else in the mansion, man?
No, man, I haven't really spoke to nobody, man, in a little bit, but Mansion's healthy, man. Mansion's got the excitement up. And that's a good thing, man. Everybody's positive. Everybody knows the business, man. We know it's our year, man, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that Xbox, man, got theyself rolling, man.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. That's all, man. Matter
Just need
of
to get going.
time.
They just need to get going, man. That's all.
Oh, well, when they get going, it's gonna be going. Phew. Yeah, man, it's gonna be going.
Yeah, they just need to get themselves going, man. That's all it was. And once they get going, that was it, man. They just need to get themselves rolling, man. Took them a minute, but I mean, that's what it takes. When you got something good, man, it's not gonna just happen overnight.
Yeah, especially with that cloud stuff. I mean, it took them a little while. They had been working on that since 2012. So, listen, it's just a matter of time,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, with that stuff. 'Cause that type of stuff take time. You know, they got to crack down. You know, that's just you got to remember that's just their very first. You know, one of the first games that actually showcases. Now, once these next systems come out, you know, Crackdown will be looked at as this. This is where we did our we had our first, experiment with the cloud and how this going to work and the destruction and all that. Now then they're going to move into something else where it's going to be even better, you know. So hey man,
You're right.
that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning there, man. I mean, Crackdown was never about the visuals. It was always about the fun factor. You see
Well,
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
right. It's more comic book. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more comic
It's
book
just,
based. It's always been a
yeah.
comic book based, open, fanatic shooter. You know, with the third person, first person aim. Just go wreck up in the city. It's one of those games, man. So that's what
Yeah.
cracks me up about people. Like it ain't never been. It's always been like that, man. So for them to
Yep.
keep it,
Yep.
I like the fact that they kept it. They brought a modern day crackdown to the surface, man, and that's it.
Hmm.
We say we get these games for nothing, man. As long as we got Game Pass, and that's just it, man. It's a good time to game. I'll be playing,
Yeah. Yeah.
worrying about what somebody
Man,
thinking, man.
it's a good value. One thing too, I don't know if in the last time if you heard anything about it. Um, it's called. I don't remember if you remember. It's called All Access. Do you remember anything about that?
You talking about the console with the Xbox Live with
Yeah, it
Game
was
Pass
supposed to
all in
be
one?
where they were supposed to be working on something where they have it like that. So say like next gen when you get your but it can really only be used. I think it's only worth it like if you getting if you're gonna purchase a system. If you already have a system, then I guess they'll work in Game Pass or Live, some type of package, however they do it. But all access was supposed to be, listen, I'm getting in now. I want to get my system. I would like Game Pass. I want Live, and I want everything together. And they were supposed to, just like your cell phones. You get a phone, or in this case, you would get a system. You pay a certain amount of money up front, and then they would bill you monthly for the rest. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like a
Right.
cell phone type of situation. So if let's just say I don't know, we don't know how much the next system is gonna be. Say $500-$600, whatever it is. Boom, you put down $100, and then you get the rest of your stuff packaged in, and now you paying $100 or whatever it breaks down a month for your system, your subscriptions and everything. I mean, that would be huge if they was to start off the next gen like that. I think because that means you ain't leaving nobody behind. Everybody can get in. There's no
Right.
excuses. Oh man, you know what? I can't come up with $600. Oh man, I can't come up with 250. Listen, just give me whatever you can, and we'll bill you the rest. You see what I'm saying? Or
Right.
we'll break it. And it's just that would be. I think that would be absolutely huge because everybody would be able to get in. No matter what, no matter what, not only you got options of systems, now you have another option that you can use to help you financially. I mean, I think that would be really smart if they was to do that. Because they talked about it, but people been quiet about it. They haven't really been talking about it lately. But I remember that, and that would be huge if they was to start that off with next gen, with
Right.
you know, these different SKUs they coming out with. Yeah. So we'll see how that rocks out. That'd be pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I
It's
just
very
wanted to.
impressive, man. It's very impressive, man. I'm just glad, man, that it's finally here, man. It's finally moving, cause we know what they were capable of doing, man. So for the fact that now
Yeah.
we're finally seeing it happen, and like I
Yep.
said,
Yep.
man, a big change is not gonna come overnight. So they're going for big
Yeah.
changes, man. They're going to move the industry. So
I mean, they got
it's
new
a good
leadership
thing.
up in there now, man. So it's just all, it's all. You know what I'm saying? They and they're still hiring, like you said.
Yeah,
So
man. So nothing but good
and I,
things, man. Nothing but good things forward, man. With Xbox, man, they're rolling. They got that 11.5 billion revenue, man, for the first time in history, man.
yeah, I was
They're
like,
up. They
yeah,
got the
yeah,
64 to 65 million Xbox Live, man. So Xbox Live is growing. Everything's growing, man. Everything's looking pretty good, man. So
yeah,
hey, man, the community's here. they're probably winning some of the people back, man, that wasn't impressed with them in 2013. And that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. You got your flip floppers, but that's what you want. You
Oh,
want
you
to
gonna
get
have your
them
flip
back.
floppers. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, you want them back.
Yeah.
So anytime you can gamble around the flip floppers and gain some of them back, man, that's a success, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, man, like I said, man, I'm positive about it, man. That's the thing about being a good leader, though, man. Leaders, man, keep it positive, man. If you want to be, you want to feel like you're in a community. So I'm not about tearing up my community, especially the community that I respect and prefer. It's always like, we don't have to kiss nobody's foot, and
Right.
wash nobody's dirty hands. But at the same time, man, it's a way about having an approach to where, because we understand that whatever we say, unless it's a fact, man, it's going to be an opinion. So basing games off of, what's garbage and what's not, it's an opinion unless, it doesn't do well. If it doesn't do well and we go off of that, then you just got to accept that fact and just move on with it. But I'm not really gonna be, fighting over the fact of a game just being straight trash because somebody else doesn't play it and I like it. But more to the fact that, man, that's what gaming is all about. Like you said, we can actually have fun with any game that we seek and choose to play, man, without, no discrepancies, man. And that's pretty much, gaming at its heart, man. There's so many different types of games for different type of people, man, to enjoy. So,
Yeah.
you get your game on, enjoy. Xbox got that, they got that, indie, at Xbox, you know,
Um.
and
Yeah.
what
ID at
is it?
Xbox. Right.
Yeah, ID at Xbox, man. They got that.
Yeah.
They went over 1,000. They hit their 1,000 game mark. They hit that. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? It's like they're doing everything that they set their goals on, man, and they're hitting it. So the
Mm.
only thing left now, man, is just to deliver this game and experience, bridge this gap between the Windows PC community and the Xbox community, man, and make it great.
Mm.
That's the only thing I can
Mm.
see left for them to do, man. So I'm hoping that this next console gets rid of 30 frames per second. Tired of looking at 30 frames per
Uh,
second. Let's bridge that gap, man, and let's do it.
yeah. With these new CPUs, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, it should really shouldn't. Um. Yeah. So that should
That's
just
pretty much where I'm at, man.
make everything else come up to par. Yeah.
Well, shoot, man.
These CPUs have been out for a couple of years, and they're probably they'll be cheaper. They'll be cheaper.
Right,
So
right. The fact that
yeah.
AMD's pushing them out fast too, man. That kind of helps out the situation if you're trying to get a next gen chip. By next year it won't be as expensive as it is coming out as a debut price. So that's a good
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
But yo, Cash, man,
Yeah, man. Hey, I just want
we'll
to get on
take
here,
it from
man.
there,
Rap to
brother.
you, man.
Again, man, you knocked it
And
out, man. Did good, bro.
just get on, just rock with you a little bit, man. You know how I like to do, get on here sometime.
Yeah,
And
man, no
it's
doubt, brother. If there's
always
any
good to get
last
on.
words, man? Any
Ah,
last
man.
words you want to say out, man? Any shout outs, anything, man?
Hey, I just shout out to the
Where you
mansion.
from, man?
That's all.
There you go.
Shout out to the mansion. I wanted to, see how everybody doing. Just make sure everybody's safe and everything, and everybody doing their thing, man. Shout out to Jersey, my area, and hey, man, just everybody in the gaming community, just keep it going. That's all.
Shit, man.
Hey,
Well, look,
shout
man, I'm
out to
glad to have you here.
shout out
Yeah,
to
go
Lou,
ahead.
shout out to Lou Legal, my man. I appreciate you having me on. And hey,
Definitely,
man,
man.
just keep it rolling. We do another one sometime.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Anytime,
All
brother.
right.
I always want to say, man, salute to my man United Cast for stopping in. Live from the streets, man. Just coming up in here to bark about this daggum Xbox life we do. And man, it's always
Sure.
a pleasure having you on, man. Anytime you want to get on, just hit me up, man, and we'll get that scheduled out for you. My man had a lot to talk about, man. Good topics too, man. Good topics, and
Yeah.
like I said, man, we're here to be positive and just keep the community strong, man, because Xbox community's been going on for about 18 years strong, man. We got something where it's knitted, man. The Xbox Live is a good thing that for the birth of online gaming is as successful as it's been. So, man, we just want to keep it moving, man, and just and appreciate what we have. So a lot of times, this is our way of communication. So yeah, man, thank you for being a part of the Direct Gaming Show tonight, man, live from the streets, and hopefully I'll see you soon, man. Get you on here again. So thanks to everybody that pays attention, that supports us here on Direct Gaming. You know, we put the videos that I prefer up, that I think that represents us the best. I take them over to the YouTube channel, upload them there. So if you wasn't here on the Mixer channel, part of the Mixer team, you can always catch the videos over there. You can find me at the New Legal, lowercase THE, space, all caps, NEW, space, all caps, LEGAL. You type that in on YouTube, it'll immediately bring up Direct Gaming. Or you can just put in Direct Gaming, capital D, lowercase I, hyphen, capital R, lowercase e, lowercase c, space, capital G, all lower caps, AMING. So you can catch us there. So please, man, if you like what we're about, you like what we do, we keep moving in these gaming streets that are green, called the Xbox community. And hit the subscribe button, man. Feel free. Leave some comments below. Tell us what you like, man. Tell us about any game you want to see. We'll do our best getting it in here and put some footage down. But we always answer the comment sections no matter when you do it. I always make sure I get the time to do it, man. Never worry about you making a comment and not being heard. So we're going to end this show tonight, man, live from the streets.
That's
Thank you for
right.
being on here tonight, man. And we're going to
All
get
right,
out of
bro.
here, y'all. And until next time, y'all be safe out there, man. Peace.
Brothers.